Hey Forex traders, it's Kim here from Vintageducation.com. And what I wanted to do with this video is just take the time to just literally teach you and give you some insights into just how to analyze the markets, how trading works. And I'm saying all of this within the realm of us all entering a new year, because I know pretty much already a lot of people are losing money already. And part of that is because you don't understand how to actually treat the markets, especially the trading market as a whole year in itself. So this is actually, in fact, the first trade of 2018 for me. Now, notice a couple of things. I want you to notice first the date. Okay, it's the 25th of January. Took this trade the day before, so the 24th of January. And some of you might be thinking, oh, wow, that's so crazy. The month's nearly over. This is your first trade. And I'll get into all of that as well, but I want to just break down just a couple of different things so you understand. All right. So one of the things I've been doing for my students recently, and I guess we'll let the chart run, just see as it goes on. But one of the things I've been doing for my students so far this year is basically going over some of the things again this year that you should do every year that the market starts again. So every January we get to a new year. What are the things you should be doing? Now, as you should be able to see on the left, okay, I'm obviously currently in this buy position right now. You can see it says buy to the left, okay. And one of the things I preached to my students is trade lower lot sizes. When you enter the new year, first and foremost, you should be taking a break of some sort, okay? Or I'll just put it like this, I take a break. So I don't come back and just rush in and start trading proper lot sizes and all that kind of stuff. Why? Because I'm obviously a bit rusty, okay? So let's put this up. I'll just leave this open so you can just see what the trade's doing. It's probably going to close out any minute. But what you need to start to understand is, okay, I don't come back to the markets and just say, okay, you know what? Just start risking the same kind of money I was risking before. But, okay, even though that's the case, as you can see here in this trade, this is just one trade, okay. When you're taking the right kind of trades, you can still make relatively decent amount of money. So think about this. This is a trade, targets just about 100 pips, okay, about 100 pips. And even though I'm on quite reduced lot sizes and all that kind of stuff, by the end of this trade, it's probably going to be about just under £300, that's about $500. Okay, so $500 in less than 24 hours or about 24 hours. That's not too bad. Okay, I'm pretty sure you wouldn't complain if that's the kind of profit potential you could have. But let me just continue to get into it. So a couple of things. So I've talked about the lot sizes. One of the things, I don't just jump back in and start trading proper lot sizes because I've taken a break. I might not, well, I'm definitely probably not going to be at optimum trading activity, optimum trading performance. Why? Because I've taken a good couple of weeks off, and in fact this crossover, I took about 3 to 4 weeks off, probably just over a month off from trading. So I wasn't going to come back and just say, you know what, I'm bigger than the markets, all of this kind of stuff. I can just walk in and just take over. Even if that was the case, okay, my character isn't like that. I'd just come back in and say, you know what, take it easy, and go from there. So this is one trade. Another thing I wanted to do this video for is because this is really educational. Okay, I want you to understand. So first and foremost, you might be wondering what this orange and this purple area is. So first and foremost, I'll put it like this. This was the analysis that I basically went through when I was setting up my students for this week's worth of trading. So I highlighted the euro yen, and I said, you know what, I'm going to be looking to take a long position from down in this region. Okay, so that's another thing, another nugget. Planning your trades and opportunities before they happen. I don't know how many times I need to say this, but this is just something that's just key. Okay, you need to be practicing and planning ahead of time. Why? Because most amateurs are not planning. Okay, most amateurs that lose money don't plan at all. They come to the markets, open up a chart, and say, okay, yeah, I want to buy now, I want to sell now. That's not how you make money. Okay, so that's one thing. Another thing, and I'll get into um, all of what's happening right now as well in regards to the candles, okay, and why I'm not actually scared and stuff like that. But so highlighted this in this whole area in advance, and what actually happened is, as you can see, middle of 24th, price came into that area, actually broke through it a little bit, and left behind a tail, okay, on the candle, and then came back again, pushed up a little bit. Now, when it came back, because it pushed through the area, came back and started to take off again, you can see about 6:45, 24th or the 24th. That's actually when I got into this opportunity. Okay, so another thing, I didn't stare at this chart all day, all night, or anything like that. No, that's not what I do. What in fact happened is I actually went to bed, and the trade was about 40, 50 pips up. And I was like, okay, you know what? I'm going to go to bed. I'll probably wake up to this trade being in profit. Now, to my surprise, I woke up, and when I actually came to look at it, it was back in this area where I actually entered from. And I was thinking, oh, whoa, okay. And at that point, what would you do? What would most people do? Well, they'll run out of the trade. Oh my days, oh my days, no, my analysis is wrong, I missed out on 50 pips, etc., etc. No, that's not what I do. Okay, when you've done your analysis, stick with your analysis. Okay, don't be scared, don't run out. Because why? Imagine if I had said, you know what, oh my days, I'm gonna get stopped out, and then what is actually happening right now turned around. How do you think I'd really feel? Well, my forex psychology would be damaged. Okay, and on top of that, I'd immediately be trying to do revenge trading and probably be losing a lot of money. Why? Because I was afraid, I was scared, I didn't actually get into it at the right time. I treated it the right way, ultimately, is what I'm trying to say. So I said, you know what? And like I tell my students to do, and I advise you as well, same thing. Okay, look, once you've entered the trade, have confidence in yourself. And that's what I did. The reason we have stop losses, okay, you can see my stop loss based on that red line, you can see it to the left. The reason I have stop losses, the reason I teach my students to have stop losses is because that allows you to risk a certain amount on the trade that you're comfortable with. Because if I wasn't comfortable risking this, okay, at this time, then what would I have done? I would have just closed out. And now I'd be heartbroken, okay? And that will spiral me down into loads and loads of losing trades, maybe even a long losing streak. But what did I do? Because I'm back fresh, I'm trading lower lot sizes. If this was my first trade back, which it is, but I was trading normal lot sizes and this happened, under normal circumstances, just trading, I might be able to just be like, okay, you know what, you go through this. But if it was the first time with normal lot sizes, I would have turned around and said, oh my days, what's going on? No, just close it out. Okay, you've got it wrong. Okay, so notice how all of the things I've set myself up to do entering the new year are beneficial to me, getting better. Now, another thing I said before I get into what's actually happening on the charts right now is, normally what I do with my students is I'll do my analysis and break down what I'm going to be trading and all of that kind of stuff, the trade signal part of what I give my students every week. I'll do that on about 8 currencies. Well, this week, what I said is, you know what, because it's my first week back, I'm not going to do 8. I'm actually just going to focus on 4. Why? Because, again, haven't been trading in a couple of weeks. The smart thing for me to do is not try and overdo it. So what do? Cut the workload in half. It gives me more time to focus on particular currencies and stuff like that. And this is the end result. Okay, now I easily could just lose this first trade, and I would have been fine with that ultimately because I'm risking a little bit of money. This is me just getting back into the motions. But what it looks like right now is we're going to close out a decent profit and a really good wing trade of about 100 pips. So now that I've got into a couple of different things that I know will be beneficial to you, now let me actually focus on the charts and just break down certain stuff. So first things first, you can see one candle. Okay, one candle is literally just what changed everything. Okay, in this particular trade, and that's how quickly things can turn around. Now that can work negatively, that can also work positively, but you need to understand. Okay, don't ever give up, because one candle here has literally done most of the brunt work, and this second candle right now, this current candle, is probably going to do the rest of it. But there you go. Now again, a minute ago, the candle, this current candle, turned red and it was looking like it was trying to go down, and that's okay. So think about this. Now that the market's moved up, am I going to turn around and say, oh, you know what, it's going to go back down, it's going to go back down, let me close out? No. Okay, you have to be able to gain control of your emotions, because if you're just going to continue to get in your own way, there's never going to be the possibility for you to make money. Okay, I hear this all the time. Traders, oh, why can't I make any money? Or forex trading doesn't work, and all this kind of stuff. And it's not that it doesn't work, it's the fact that you have to listen to what the experienced trader is telling you. Okay, someone else might be thinking, oh, you know what, I'm not going to trade lower lot sizes, because if I get winning trades, I'm going to lose out on potential profits. Whereas what you really should be thinking is, I'm warming my way back in, and any profits that I make in this particular season are beneficial. Okay, it's sort of like doing paid experience, paid work experience, because right now this isn't normal trading situation. So now let me tell you something else as well. Okay, just to kind of add on to what I've been talking about. So another thing you need to understand is, treat the trading year as a whole. Okay, so many traders come into January and they think everything's normal, but it's not. Okay, the markets have dropped in volatility. Now they're trying to ramp up again and increase. That's why I don't mind missing out the first week or two in January, because it's a lot of minimal activity. And even if it isn't, okay, it doesn't even matter. Okay, but typically that's what you're going to find. So January for me, and really the first quarter, isn't really about making huge gains. Okay, it's more so about just easing my way into the market. Why? Because if you have a bad January, which I know a lot of people have already, then what does February and March become? It doesn't become making profits, it becomes recovering losses. But if you enter the markets on January, you're saying, you know what, I'm going to trade smartly, do these kind of things like I'm talking about, lower lot sizes, focus on less currencies, all of that kind of stuff, limit your kind of trading activity. What does that do? That limits the potential risk of you actually going down in January. Okay, so think about this. This is one trade, okay, and it's already 100 pips. Okay, so how many trades would I need to lose to wipe out that 100 pips? 4, 5? Okay, that gives me so much space, so much room. And on top of that, now, okay, it's so much harder for me now to make January a sour month. More likely than not, January will end a profitable month, both monetarily and also based on my forex psychology. So now when it comes to February, what am I doing? I'm still easing my way in. Maybe I increase the lot sizes a little bit more, but I'm not trying to recover. Okay, I'm still edging my way up. Now when we get to March, what is it? Now I might be starting to hit trading performance, top optimum trading performance, trading stride, and on top of that, I haven't lost any money over the months, okay, over the lower volatility months, and I'm actually increasing. Okay, so these are the kind of things I want to do this video just with this one trade. Okay, not to boast or brag. Okay, just to give you some value and just give you some understanding about how you're supposed to treat the beginning of the year. Okay, don't make the mistake. And again, I'll say this again. Okay, I've already seen it, already heard it. Loads of people have already blown a fork load of money. Okay, and their year is pretty much over in a lot of senses, because when you lose big in January, okay, so most people can't come back from the demoralization, and over the year it's just lower and lower and lower and lower. Think about all of the things I've said to you, and if you didn't get it the first time, go back to the beginning of the video and watch it again. Okay, it's just that simple. Obviously, if you can't talk about what's actually going on, while you're actually looking at a trade and you're not antsy, and you're antsy and you're scared about what's actually happening on the charts, then you're probably risking too much money. Okay, so it's that simple. When this trade potentially could have stopped me out, I wasn't pulling out hair, banging computers, screaming at the laptops and all that kind of stuff. And now, okay, now that it is about 25 pips away currently from my target, but based on what it's done over the last 15-20 minutes, I'm not going to be surprised if it's just bazookas through. Okay, but these are the things that you have to do, even the whole analysis, to even get into this trade. Okay, it's first trade, remember that. Didn't shy away when the trade opportunity arose. I didn't say, oh, you know what, you've done your analysis in advance the day before, you're waiting for this opportunity, but you know what, don't take it. No, I didn't say that. I said, you know what, I'm going to take this trade and we'll live with the results. Okay, if I get stopped out, then okay, fair enough, it's minimal. Okay, minimal little loss, but if I win, then it's a good way to start the year. Now again, one more thing I'll probably teach you before the video wraps up. Again, I've talked about lower lot sizes. Now let's get into more detail. You might think that you need a lot of money, okay, to trade with these lot sizes that I'm doing right now. You only really need a couple of thousand in your account, okay. You don't need a big Forex account. And again, like I mentioned earlier on, $500 in about a day. Okay, I'm pretty sure. Well, you won't be surprised. Now look at that. Look at that third candle. Okay, this is probably going to be the one that's going to wipe everything out. You'll see the trade probably just close out. And again, I'm not really trying to do videos anymore to convince people that what I'm doing is legit. Just look at my body of work, and if you're looking at my work and you say, you know what, this guy's talking a lot of sense, this guy's teaching something that makes sense and works, then come along. Okay, check out some of the links below the video, check out the website, all of that kind of stuff. Take the conversation to another level. But at the end of the day, I've got to a point now, I'm done trying to prove to people that, you know what I'm doing works. It's just that simple. Okay, now going forward, I'm going to be focusing a lot more on just teaching gems and teaching insights. And if from time to time that means I'm going to show some profits to teach a lesson, all that kind of stuff like this, then so be it. But again, making money from teaching isn't what pays my bills. So again, I'm not going to be going out of my way anymore to showcase people's results and my results. And there you have it. Just like that, trade's done, and first trade back, profitable, and that's it. Thanks and take care.